everybody. Welcome to the Wednesday Word. I am your host of the Wednesday Word. My name is David Bradley, Senior Sales and Marketing Manager with Grant Cardone. Now, what goes on the Wednesday Word? We're going to take a word and we're going to see what it means. We're going to understand where it came from, and then we're going to look at how to plug this word into your sales, your business, and your life. Now, last week, I teased you a little bit saying that this week's word is going to be the first step in the sales process. Now, have you come up with what do you think it might be? This word could be something that you would say cop, and it's not a feel. It could also be a pose, and not just pose, and it has nothing to do with Vogue or Madonna. Do you know what it is yet? Attitude. It's yours. It is the first step of the sales process, which is basically check yourself before you know the rest. Okay, so let's look at the definition. The first one I mentioned, right? And the arrangement or the parts of a body or a figure. So if you're in dance, jazz hands, you have your position before you start a move would be your attitude. Okay, if you are painting figures or drawing, okay, the position of the figure is the attitude that they are taking. Okay, but when we get into what I'm talking about, and those two things are kind of related, right? But when we get into what we're talking about here, like your attitude, the first step of the sales cycle, the thing you want to make sure that you got right before you get in front of a customer, that's this: a mental position with regard to a fact or state. State being the key word. Something very, very important about your attitude, which I'll address as we get a little bit closer to the end here. But there is another one that my nose is itching. And I hope that's okay with you if you don't mind if I scratch it. Nope. I am not changing my attitude with a chemical substance. It's just that I trimmed my beard and it's kind of itching. Okay, so where are we at? Your attitude. A feeling or emotion towards a fact or state. Okay, so we're in sales. Let's plug this in right now. I'm going to cover this one before we get into etymology. Think about other salespeople that you have encountered. Maybe this is you, but have you ever seen someone, a salesperson, who is able to spot poor credit from 200 yards away? Have you ever had a salesperson say, he can't buy? No way that's a deal. Or the exact opposite, where everyone they see, that's money. That's a deal. That guy can buy something. That's a prospect. That's a deal. Go get him. Go talk to him. Okay? There's money over there. Okay? These are all attitudes. One's good. One is not going to help you take care of yourself or your family. So step one in a sales process is this: get your attitude right. And the thing about your attitude is that it is a choice. It is a decision. You get to decide what kind of attitude you want to have. Period. And a moment ago, I was taking full advantage of the fact that my nose was itching and talking about chemically altering brain chemistry to enhance one's attitude. You don't need substances to do that. You don't need a substance to get your attitude right. You can change your chemistry just by the way you breathe. You can change your brain chemistry by the way you move your body. You can change your brain chemistry just by the way you hold yourself. Okay? If you're standing on the point and it's slow and there's nothing going on and the phone's not ringing and I just want to get home so I can watch reruns of Friends or play Call of Duty, that's your attitude. But you want to change that? How do you hold yourself? Chest out, shoulders back, standing at attention, eyes open, looking forward. We're here, okay? I'm changing my physical state, which will ultimately change my mental state, okay? I don't feel like I got enough oxygen up there. Let's take some breath. Let's do some breath work. In through nose, out through mouth, in good, out crap, okay? In good, out crap. Okay, had a customer, didn't quite go the way you wanted to, there's another customer coming in. That new customer does not deserve the bad stuff that happened prior. So breathe in the new, breathe out the old. Wash that gray right out of your hair, okay? It's a choice you're making. It's a decision that you have, and the next customer does not deserve the baggage you're bringing with you from the last experience, okay? You don't like it when they bring their bad sales experience to your new one, okay? So don't bring yours to theirs, okay? Your attitude is a decision. It's a choice. Let's look at the history of this word for a second, shall we? So we talked about the posture, we talked about all of that, but I'm just going to get right down to sense of, ready for this, settled behavior, reflecting feeling or opinion. Settled behavior, meaning you made a decision, you settled on a behavior reflecting your feeling and your opinion. Okay, attitude, it's a choice. I have right here a list from Cardone University that has Grant Cardone's 20 traits of a great attitude and then also 18 rules for being positive. If you want them all and you don't have access to Cardone University, because you're watching this right now, I'm happy to give you some free access to that program so you can study some of these. But I'm going to share with you 5 of the 20 traits of a great attitude. I'm going to share with you 5 of the 18 rules for being positive. This, if you notice, has some tape on it, which means what? It's on my wall right here where I can see it so I can check myself before I wreck myself. Okay, these 5 rules I just literally picked and highlighted, not necessarily at random, but just sort of based on where I'm at right now, where I feel like I've got added room for growth and attitude improvement, but here they are. Okay, number 1, smile. Valuable lesson I learned in 2012 from a dude named Sean Stapleton at NADA. We're sitting there, he's talking to Grant about some stuff, and he's looking at me and Jared, and me and Jared are there, and Grant, and the 3 of us are all there, and Sean's doing his thing, and Sean is a vibrant person with an amazing attitude, and he looks at me, and just out of nowhere goes, "You need to smile more." And that was like, dude, it was like getting punched in the face. He said that to me in front of my boss, and we talk about being positive and no negativity allowed here, and he called me out. And man, it worked me. And I spent some real quality time on that and looking at, dude, do I smile enough? Why don't I smile enough? What do I need to fix so that I can smile more, right? And I started working towards that and getting a handle on it immediately. I recognized an opportunity for me to get better, which is the second thing that I highlighted, which are problems, and that was a problem, are opportunities. And that's all they are, okay? Here's the next one. Good news only. This has been a policy of mine for a very, very long time. I avoid the news at all costs. I try and stay up on current events, but I'm not going to sit there and troll Fox and CNN and all these other media outlets that just continually puke negativity strictly to keep me down so that the lower I get, we get back to what was I talking about earlier. Are you depressed? We got a pill for that, okay? I don't need that, okay? I did enough self-medicating in my 20s and early 30s. I don't need a doctor to write a script for that. I choose my attitude. I choose my state, okay? And I'm not going to let the news media, because that is contagious, impact that. So I focus on good news only, okay? Next, be grateful for all of it. The good, the bad, wherever you're at in your life is where you're at right now, and be grateful that that's where you are. Motivate others, okay? Nothing makes me happier than when I actually help somebody else, bring somebody else from this state to that state, and then help them continue in getting higher in their states, okay? So if you want to have a good attitude all the time, try those 5 things. Number 1, smile more often, even when you don't want to. Charlie Chaplin wrote a whole song about it, for crying out loud. Smile more. Problems or opportunities, good news only, be grateful, motivate others. Now, rules for being positive. What have I been saying the whole time? Decide to be seen by others as positive. That's leveling that deal up. That's not just you deciding to be positive, but that's you making a decision to where other people are like, dude, that guy's positive. That guy's got a good attitude, okay? Then you want to act so positive that people have to ask you, what's going on? What is your deal, man? You on something? Yeah, I'm on life. okay? Because I smile more, I see problems as opportunities, focus on the good news, I'm grateful for everything, and my job is to motivate you and make you elevate your state, okay? Then what? Use energy and enthusiasm in every action you take, okay? I could use a little bit of improvement in this area. I'm not going to lie about that. I could use a little bit of improvement in that area. I could be more enthusiastic and more energetic in every action I take. Not just the ones that I feel are important, everything, okay? One of the things I really enjoy about certain religions, like say kosher eating, the concept behind that is to make everything special and holy and have meaning, okay? So by you making a decision to use energy and enthusiasm in every action you take relates us back to the gratitude piece of the puzzle, which helps what? Raise your attitude, because everything, this moment, is the only moment we have, and we're going to make it holy. Wow. Well, yeah. Be a spiritual being. Be an infinite being having a temporary human experience, and recognize that this moment is the only one you have. And so I'm going to work harder at that. You going to join me? Okay. Next one. Set your goals high and then never lower the target. And there's a whole thing in Grant's book, Be Obsessed or Be Average, about handling the naysayers. Forget about the haters for a second. Naysayers are the people that love you and want you to do well, but not too well, because they're trying to protect you, okay? So be aware of that. But set your goals so high and then never, ever, ever lower the target. And then the last one here, confront your fears. Something else I've been working on. So take the things that you're afraid of, confront them. Confront them. Go head on, okay? So that's 10 tips to raise your attitude. There's 38 of them total, and if you'd like them, to play around with them a little bit and challenge yourself to make sure that when you approach a customer, your game on attitude, okay? So this has been the Wednesday Word. Hopefully it helped, okay? Wherever you're seeing it or hearing it, please leave a comment. If you know somebody that could benefit from it, please share it with them. Thank you again. Have an awesome rest of your week. Get your attitude right.